where we ended, and let me roll my destiny point here. So we got 2 and 2, right? Too light for destiny.
That one I rolled right there.
All right, Matt, did you roll
I
destiny
don't
yet?
know if
Yeah, I rolled this one down here on the
Okay.
bottom.
All right, so we got 4 light and 1 dark.
sweet. That's a lot of points to work with.
Destiny is with you. Ah. Um. All right, so where we left off at is after you guys bringing. Why the heck is this over the? This is weird. Get rid of that.
That was weird. It wasn't there earlier.
Yeah, that was really strange. After you guys basically bringing accusation against Kenneth Fendrell, it raised enough suspicion that it was recommended and approved basically by the Council of Allied Territories of Adamar to basically investigate further into Fendrell's involvement in, most specifically, this attack on the council assembly center, and also, of course, you brought to their attention the attacker that we were able to subdue in when we were in the Halbegard territory, and that was in Banisjorn's custody. So the council was going to, take, basically bring all of these potential, because I think you guys captured like 2, right, from here.
Yeah.
So there were 2 that you captured.
No,
from
3.
3 from here and 1 from, yeah. So you got like 4 basically prisoners that
2 of them unconscious.
yeah. Well, that of course will change, over time, um that they can then interrogate and see if they can or question. Sorry, it's not a they're not going to be that brutal. But to see if they can, ascertain Fendrell's involvement or non-involvement, the validity of your accusations against her. Um, and so they were going to be brought into council council custody for that purpose. And then where we ended was after that was basically determined and the council meeting was adjourned. Of course, after the investigation, they would reconvene for making the decision on the matters of the the resistance in the First Order. And you guys asked Parator Yorn if there was some place, secure that you could stay basically while all of this was happening, considering, you know, Fendrell's actions thus far. And now that, of course, you've put a target on her, essentially, that, definitely fear of even worse repercussions. And so Parator Yorn said that he would be happy to, or that he would be, willing to, whatever, lodge you guys at his estate here in the Kartan territory, where there would be, plenty of security and it wouldn't be just against you. It would be against, another Parator. So it would be a lot less dangerous. And, of course, he was more willing to do that this time around than before, from the aspect of, he put himself out there in, basically making you guys an ally, making himself, an ally with you guys. So yeah, and that was basically where we ended. I think we were, basically conversing with him to make those arrangements and getting ready to leave the council assembly center to go wait at the estate while the questioning was being done by the council. Is there anything that you guys would like to do or discuss or anything of that nature?
I did talk to Parator about procuring some clothing and stuff so that I can.
Oh,
already
That's
that's right.
right.
I took the money out of my account already a while back, but we in Canon we have to make provision for us to be able to attain these things. So I talked to him about getting a tailor and stuff so I can change my
Right.
clothing and stuff.
And he said that they would see what they could do to accommodate what you were after. That's right.
Right.
Yeah, that is correct. Okay. All right. Yeah, and I think that was one of the last things, right? So that being the case, setting the scene, we are basically walking with Parator Yorn out of the council assembly center, and of course now security is much higher, so we're all very much. Actually, oh, that's right. I guess he accompanied us
Oh, that's
out.
what you're going for? Armored clothing and concealing robes?
Yeah.
Gabe, did you tell him about the multiple, like having multiple different clothing?
Yeah, well, basically, you only get to count the stat change of one thing. So, like for me, I went with the armored clothing. Just because
Looks like you'd be doing the same thing with yours.
the concealing robes only adds one soak. So, but it's kind of a thing where we kind of looked it up because I did it with my character from the aspect of an appearance kind of a thing. And of course people are to be very concerned about stacking armor basically. So
stacking armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear 2 layers of armored robes
Right.
instead
Yeah.
of 1.
What do you mean by stacking armor?
So basically, wearing.
I'll have double the armor, double the soak, and double the defense.
Right. From
Like
wearing two layers of the same thing or 2 layer, stuff that just wouldn't really make sense. It'd be too bulky, too cumbersome.
Yeah, the game doesn't really allow.
I don't get what you guys are. I'm not gonna wear this clothing and that clothing.
But
No,
you're gonna
we're
wear
saying-
this clothing and this clothing, right?
Right, because these are just supposed to be robes, aren't they?
Yeah,
well,
but
this
still
is, but it has
clothing.
an additional soak, and so the idea is you don't count the soak from the concealing robes, so you'd still get the.
Yeah,
the
that's fine. Yeah, that's cool. I'm
Okay.
more so want just like the benefit of the concealing and then the idea of wearing a form of robe. So that's fine. I'll compromise that.
Yeah, so that's the idea, and that's what I do too. That's the same thing. Which I'm not even that worried about the concealing aspect of it. It's just the idea of this is what my character would
aesthetic.
have for his appearance, So,
Right.
so yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. So, I'm trying to think of, trying to get my mind in gear for where we're going.
Okay, so then we talked to him. He said he'd do something for us,
He said that they
or send us to the marketplace. Which is it?
Where did it go?
he said that they would basically come up with as a research or basically ascertain where best to accommodate what you're looking for, and then basically get the information to you. So at this point, I guess the natural thing to do would be to go to the estate. That would probably be where we would be headed next while we were waiting to get the information.
To go where?
We'd be heading to the estate, I think, to Banisyorn's estate.
Okay. Okay.
So we have a short flight that way. Of course, we're taking our ships. We're not leaving them somewhere. And his estate has space where he's basically cleared us to land. Not exactly a landing pad, but you get the idea. All right, one sec. All right, let's see. I gotta clear.
Gave you back your lightsaber, right? Yep. Just want to make sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we worked all that out. I think at the end of the last session. Keep getting error messages. I think all right, one second. Do I even need that? Nope, I don't. Okay. Sorry, getting some asset stuff sorted over.
I'm gonna put it on your table. If you...
Okay. Okay, Bub. Thank you.
It almost looks like a giant canola ball.
Okay.
Right, and I have a thing for this. Documents. Map assets. There you go. Oh, whoops, that is not the right one.
It's okay. I
Hold
didn't
up.
look at it.
Oh no, it's okay. It's not a different map. It's just one that I hadn't edited yet. Trying to find.
Even better.
What in the world? Okay, I gotta look up the name of this in my files because it's not what I thought it was named. Oops. Ah, there we go. That's why. There we go. Excuse me. Okay, so um, having been given the coordinates to the Parator's estate here in this territory, we've made our way over there. Is there anything you guys would have done, wanted to do, etc.? Sort of in flight, anything of that nature?
She'd just be meditating.
Gotcha.
I guess other than meeting up with the people to get me my new clothes and stuff, I guess.
All right. So, we'll say for the sake of basically accommodation that Banis has taken this room here and converted it into a guest quarters for the time being for anybody.
Which room? I'm sorry. Which room is it?
The upper left here, right here.
Okay.
So, and essentially that's where, if we would want to stay in the estate, that's where our basically accommodations would be. As you can see, it's a pretty grand structure. And Parator Yorn, while in the territory, would be, while in the estate, would basically be in his office. Center. He would have welcomed us and offered us, whatever accommodations we might need, and of course, had his attendants, go straight to work for finding, trustworthy and quality vendors for supplying, the things that we were after. Would you have told him, like, given him specifics on, like a style of the armored clothing that you were after, or anything of that nature?
I mean, I guess, yeah. I don't have to have any new character drawing or anything like that. It's more just for the stat. Yeah, I'd have gave him details of what I was looking for as far as specs and stuff, and if they don't offer anything like that, most likely it'd have to be, made to order. I'd have to get it